Welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Mark. I am your storyteller. We are playing Cult Divinity Lost, the Black Madonna. I think episode 9 or 10 or something. We're taking our time slowly. So we will do a round. We will start with Aaron, because he's top left and he is alphabetical. So not like that. Aaron.
Hey, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing Heinrich Harry Hassenjäger. Or maybe I'm Harry Fontaine, or possibly I'm Vladimir Volkov. Who knows? I'm not even sure I know at this point. But if you call me Harry and you're hanging out with me and we successfully complete a ritual tonight, well, it really won't matter who I am as long as I no longer have this horrible, invisible plague troubling me. But I've got interests in getting to the bottom of Philip Kramer and how he's involved with my poor dead fiancée Michelle and how she fits into this Slavic association. So I'm going to get to the bottom of this one way or the other.
Very good. And Lani, welcome back.
Hi, I am Lonnie, and I will be playing Sophia Katzenbeiser. I get happy every time I say it right. So, but yeah, I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited to do this ritual, and hopefully it goes well.
Sure it will. What could go wrong? Yeti.
Hello, I'm Yeti, and I'm playing Mike Rasche, a private investigator from Berlin who is waiting to murder his father.
That's so mean. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, mate? And last but not least, of course, Lavaita.
I'll just say it then. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were going to say the name or not. Hi,
What?
I'm playing Elisabeth König, who's a Berlin bookseller, occult researcher, and reluctant participant in supernatural catastrophe.
Very nice. Last week, we had some missing players, unfortunately, so we went into some nightmares, which were actually really fucking good. So if you get a chance, go watch that. But tonight, beforehand, they had found out that the three Russians were going to be gathered together for some kind of ritual, and that would be the ideal time to confront them or perform their own counter ritual to get rid of this curse that's been placed on them. The Sophia kind of crashed out as they found tortured children, somehow undead, and after viciously lashing out at another undead person, became catatonic. Mike found out that his dad's probably not his dad, and that his real dad is an absolute piece of shit who likes to torture and hurt people. And that's about it. So last time, Harry left the others at the safe house and decided to go off to get some information, to do a little bit of recon, with Elisabeth and Mike taking a short journey to the bookshop to pick up some information, while Sophia lay in bed catatonic. So we'll pick back up with Harry. So Harry, you've left the house. Where are you going first?
So first, Harry is going to go, he's going to pay a visit to his new friend because he wants to see if he can get a little bit of extra armament before our raid on the house.
You get Alexei very quickly.
Alexei.
My American friend. You do a good job.
Yeah. Well, I do my best work for you, and I'm hoping that this newfound friendship that we have might blossom into some more work. But I'm hoping that I might call on you for a very small favor.
I think the favor will be all. We are going back to St. Petersburg for a time at least.
Well, I often find myself in St. Petersburg, so perhaps I might be able to help you when I'm there myself. If you can help me here for just the evening.
What do you need, Soverish?
I'm looking... Well, let's put it this way. You know where I'm headed this evening, and you know what I'm heading into.
No.
I'm looking for a deniable spas of combat with 3 extra drums of aviation. Possibly be dropped.
Harry, you hear Alexei. Are you there, my friend?
I'm here.
You were gone for a second.
Sorry.
So, you want weapons, yes? American made?
Yes, a combat shotgun. Spas 12, if you could get your hands on it. If you can't get an American Spas 12, Bernelli will work as well.
When do you need it?
Today, if possible.
You ask a lot, my new friend. This will cost, yes?
I'm willing to pay, or I'm willing to guarantee you favors in St. Petersburg. Trust me, my contacts there are deep.
I'm not going to give the price myself because I have no idea what it would cost, but he names a price in Deutschmark that is heavy. Or we could split difference. You owe me something, I give you half price.
I like this plan.
No. He gives you a time to meet him in about an hour, and you're on your way. You meet Alexei. He has the gun for you in a duffel bag with the ammunition you wanted.
Thank you, my friend. I'll owe you.
No. So you go to Pagodin's house?
Yes, head out that way. And he's going to make a discreet reconnoiter around the house. Mainly he wants to start at the farthest area around where we need to make the initial circle around the house. Just trying to see if he can identify any obvious security outposts this far out, so he can determine how tight their security support needs to be as we begin the ritual.
Give me an observe a situation. I'll give you the information anyway, but just...
Okay, I rolled a 13 plus 2, 15.
Grant. So, he sees a large, kind of sprawling estate. There's a couple of houses round about, so you're able to get a bit of height. There's one main road, big gateway, that is staffed by at least 2 guards the whole time. The gate is large, seems to be open electrically. The wall surrounding the place is over 3 meters tall. 3 meters high. You see at the top there is barbed wire in places, there's crushed glass. You see cameras dotted around. After a while looking, you also see the dogs come out every so often. So over the couple of hours that you're there, you count maybe 16 guards, you think, on the outside. You're pretty sure there'll be more on the inside. There are the kennels. You think there might be anywhere between 4 and 8 dogs there. There's a guardhouse. There's a large pool. There's a bloody helicopter pad. But the house itself is single story, but massive. You can see that the what appears to be a ramp down into a garage or something, maybe a basement. You're not able to see into the house at all, but yeah.
Harry looks around. He's looking for the electrical connections. Is there where the power comes into the house from the main roadway?
Yeah, it comes to somewhere. So there's a station a couple of kilometres away, and it seems like the power's going underground for this. One other thing you notice, though, while you're doing it, is a couple of times the alarm seems to go off on the fence. And the guards don't seem to react too quickly to it. They do head over, but there's no big rush for it. It seems like this might be something that happens fairly often, false alarms.
Does Harry notice what's tripping the alarm? Is it like animals, birds?
Well, one time you're certain it was a tree. It's like a branch cracked and fell. But it seems also to be quite sensitive. alarm is. Do you maybe birds, maybe something else, maybe just a fault at some point. The over the hours that you're there happens a few times.
While Harry's observing the house, so he knows where the main electrical comes in. He looks while he's looking around the house, particularly around the garage. He looks to see if there's any obvious signs of a secondary electrical power system, like a large generator or anything that would power the house if the main electrical panel went down.
Yes. There is one main backup generator that you see, which is near the guardhouse. But there are, you think there might be other backups as well. And one thing I'm not sure if you remember, but you talked to Alexei about this beforehand when he was giving you information about Pagodan and where the house was and stuff as well, is that nights like the next night where there's going to be a lot of very powerful people there, things change slightly with how things are protected. You know that there are fewer people near the house. You know that a lot of drivers, bodyguards and stuff will be outside. When you're talking about getting ready for making the first round, that's going to take a good few hours to make the round all the way, so around the grounds. So you need to get that one done. You then need to have the house itself, which is fairly big in itself, but as long as there's no guard nearby, you should be able to do it fairly easily. Yeah. You know that these things, these big nights are very, very secretive.
So the circle we need to make, the first circle we need to make will that be visible from the gate, from the guards and the wall, or is that going to be further out?
I mean, it's entirely up to all of you. Technically, you could do it also within the wall, but that means you're going to need to go past the gate. So it doesn't need to be. I mean, I presume it wouldn't need to be an exact circle, so you could probably go round where they are to be able to do it. Anything else you need from this?
No, I don't think so. I think that's got all the information Harry needs at this point.
Sophia, you were sleeping peacefully. You had no dreams. The events of the night before didn't seem to weigh on you. But you wake up to the sound of Mike screaming. And he's screaming not like someone who's hurt themselves or seen a spider. This is, if he doesn't stop soon, his throat is going to bleed. You're in a place you don't recognise. You've never been there. It's just a scream.
Do I know? So I don't know where I am when I wake up, right?
You don't know.
Okay. I would like to, if possible, go check on Mike. I don't know where he's located, but I will try to follow where the scream is coming from and go check on.
It's a fairly empty flat. There's only a couple of rooms. You got a bedroom at the back because you were completely out of it. But as you stumble out, you see right away there's a couple of like bedrolls, sleeping bags on the floor in the living room. And you see at the same time Elisabeth's starting to wake up, and Mike is sitting straight up and just screaming, his eyes wide open, not looking at anything.
I don't want to do anything that will startle him. Because I don't know if this is a normal thing, if he's in a state of sleepwalking and they
Of course, yeah.
And they always are like, don't wake a sleepwalker. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of just gonna look at Elisabeth and ask if she knows what we should do. Should we let it keep going? I know we need to stop him at some point, but I don't know what we need to do to stop the scream.
I think just be there and be nearby. Let him see you. He's probably had a bad dream. It's not been a great night.
Okay, I think I want from both of you actually a keep it together for this. Because waking up to someone just absolutely screaming, this isn't a normal thing. So when you woke up, okay, the second you heard it and you went running to it, and now you're just seeing this man that you've only known really a few days, and he's stock still, just belting it out.
I don't know, the dreams I've just been having, it's probably not that, like, it
Probably
probably
not.
just blend in quite easily. I got a 7.
Okay, I gotta remember what I roll for that. So
It's
Willpower.
plus willpower, yeah.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Since I didn't have any nightmares, did it affect my stability?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I'm still unhinged, and so does that need to go up?
No, it goes up.
irrational-
Yeah.
To irrational.
The one above irrational, I think.
Okay. That is a 13.
Nice. So we'll say this just before we jump back to Adam. For a moment, Sophia, you're kind of stunned. We're not going to take your stability down here at all from this. But I think what we will do is we will increase your relation to Mike. Is this feeling of protectiveness comes over you. Whereas Elisabeth, we're not going to do the -2 stability here because I think that would be a bit too cruel at the moment. But what we will do is you take on scared. This is all becoming a bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Harry, so you head back, and as you get back to the apartment, you see Sophia standing over Mike, as Mike's sitting up and screaming, Elisabeth shaking in her bed.
Son of a bitch. I leave for 5 goddamn minutes. And Harry just kind of gently pushes Sophia back, slaps Mike across the face. Not super hard, but hard enough to hopefully wake him up. Come on, Mike, snap out of it.
I look around wildly, including into my hands if I'm holding anybody still. Whoa, fuck. Thanks, mate. Oh.
Yeah, are you okay? I mean...
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Sophia? Earth to Sophia, are you...
Yeah, I'm good. What?
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure when I left, you were not looking so good.
Okay.
Is Elisabeth all right? Elisabeth?
Dreams. You know how it is right now. Dreams.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, those things. God, I'm ready for that ritual.
I don't know.
Well,
I remember something important.
What? Do share.
It's not really needed for everyone else, but it's reassuring.
Okay. Quick. All right. Well, I went out and I reconned the site. I reconned the house in the area. So it's going to be difficult. We've got some problem. We need to figure a plan out for tonight. Now, the compound is surrounded by about a 3-meter tall wall. He's got barbed wire and crushed glass across the top. That's not too hard to get around. If we need to infiltrate that way, we just need a heavy blanket. But he's got the main gate's got 2 guards at it. They're armed. There's lights. He's got a kennel with about 4 to 8 dogs in it. He's got dogs patrolling. That can be problematic. I'm guessing roughly 16 guards on patrol at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. He's got main power coming in underground from a switch station a couple of kilometers off, and there's the alarm system is a little faulty. It triggers with tree branches and everything, so we might be able to get over the wall that way. But I think the best bet would be to lay the outside circle outside the wall, although it'll take some time. Then maybe we hijack one of the guests' vehicles coming in, get inside the fence line as guests and their bodyguards, do the inside circle inside the property line, and then hit the house. But listen, I'm gonna lay out. I'm gonna sketch some things out here. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to digest what I said, talk about it for a few minutes, and while I sketch this out, and then let me know what you think.
Great work. Damn it. A kennel of dogs and 16 guards? That's more heavily guarded than the bloody wall.
He's definitely doesn't want to be disrupted out here.
I like the plan about getting in with one of the guests' cars.
But to do that, you would need to have the circle done outside first.
Seems to me we can do the circle outside without them noticing particularly.
Yeah, we might have to start early on that and try to get it done.
Maybe distract them with a few false positives on the fence at the opposite end to wherever we're working on the circle. Once the circle's down, it won't be very obvious to the naked eye, especially not in the dark.
Do we have everything we need?
No, but I can get them really easily. I know an antiquarian in a Turkish market vendor who can get me a couple of copper bowls. Pretty sure I know someone at the museum who can get me some basalt.
The blood and the bowls and
the
everything?
Blood, I'm less certain about. But yeah, basalt, yeah. Soot, sadly not a problem. I know where I can find some of that. But if we can just source some blood, that would be everything we need.
I'm sure Richter will help out.
So yeah, my plan was going to be to hit the Turkish market vendors, which apparently there were in Berlin at that time.
Still
and find
are.
some copper bowls there. Well, excellent.
Excellent. So what we'll say is Harry will go for probably a little kip while you sort some of this out. Are you splitting up? Are you going together? We're just going to kind of hand wave this a little bit, the shopping. We can do a little bit of roleplay with Richter if you want, but...
What do you feel, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Sophia?
I'm fine with going together.
Yeah, if we're not too strapped for time.
No, Harry needs to leave. You've got a few hours. You want to get the thing. If you want to get done early, doing the outside round the house will probably take you 2 to 3 hours to get done.
I'm thinking, the diameter's got to be huge.
And we have to be chanting the whole time, so that's fun too.
Sophia, you
at
notice
the same time, I'm still worried that we might not be safe if we go out.
Hold on. Sophia, you notice on Mike's neck as he's talking, another boil kind of appears, and you see it moving. Anyway, sorry, back to what you were saying, Mike. We just need to keep the curse in it. You reminded me about the curse. I can't let people forget.
I think I'd absolutely want Harry's reassurance that we'll be fine to split up if we were to split up. At the same time, I'm like, well, it's dangerous to go alone, but also as a group, we'll probably draw more attention as we do the shopping. Oh, not sure.
You make a good point. You are the security expert, Mike.
I mean, I get the impression. I get the impression that Harry's been much more thoroughly educated in these matters than I have. I'm just a soldier. I can follow orders.
Yeah, but however else it's gone, we have had some sleep.
True.
You head out, you're together or apart. A little shopping montage where you attend one of the markets. These markets are... you're assaulted by sense. There's not just people from things from all over. But generally they're only like fully fleshed on a Saturday or whatever. But you will get everything from cheap toys and clothes or very so lots of kind of dodgy things, but a lot of most of what you'll see there is like food, definitely spices. I can't think of words. So spices, foods from different countries, probably some antique stores and things like that. You might even find a couple of book stalls with some stuff that kind of catch your eye. But you find what you're looking for fairly easy. Mike and Sophia, are you going to Richter or?
I'm
I'm super happy for you to come along. Yeah.
Yeah, I go.
Richter meets you as usually, very happy to see you. Mike, the first thing he does is peer at your neck. So it's progressing then. But hold on a second, he turns around, you hear him ruffling a little bit, and he brings out his Polaroid. And do you mind? As he says
Oh
it,
no,
he takes
sure.
the shot.
Go ahead.
I think I might like another sample. And for Katzenbeißer, I don't think we've talked properly. Last time you were here, there was the unfortunate business with your ex-husband.
Yeah.
And how can I help you both today? Is Frau König okay? Is she not with you?
She's just busy. Listen, we'd like to ask a favor. You've been helping us a lot, but I think we really need one more ask of you.
Anything, if I can help, I shall.
Yeah. Listen, we'd we'll try and well, break the curse tonight.
Mm.
And I think you're more familiar with these things than I am, but all
I
the instructions that we found, well, they said to, encircle the place in blood. I believe the hospital has, a supply of that.
He looks at you. I too read the book. Blood supplies are not something that is easily messed with. However, I am not involved in the curse. I can donate a pint or two for you. From what I can read, you don't need much blood for this.
That would be immensely helpful. And if you could also draw a bag full of mine, because we do also need cursed blood.
Of course. May I keep a sample from?
I think I've got plenty, depending on how it goes tonight. I might not need it much longer.
And Frau Katzenbeißer, wäre es okay when I take a sample from you?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm very, very grateful. I'm also very surprised, Harasha, that you're trying the ritual. You didn't seem too convinced the last time we talked about it.
Well, let's just say I feel I've run out of options, and things have happened.
And I understand. And I am, of course, excited to hear the results of this, but regardless, please know that you can always come to me if you need anything, and I will help you where I can.
That is so kind of you, Dr. Richter. I do hope you'll not have to read the outcome from the papers, but we can tell you ourselves.
He laughs kind of nervously. I hope not to. I'll be back in a moment. And he's gone. You see that he's the file for you and Elisabeth is actually still on his things. He's had more tests done on your blood. You're not really able to tell what it is. He comes back in a few minutes. So, okay, I'll need your help with this, but I think I should take your blood first, just in case I get lightheaded. He brings out a packet of biscuits as well, and he's got some orange juice there for you. I've not done this since my student days, so please bear with me.
I might be wrong, but I believe that, during the Cold War era, the first aid that soldiers were taught was quite extensive. So I hope I don't suck at this.
Oh no, I can do it myself. It's okay. I just want to make sure the bag is in place. I do understand. I know what it was like on your side of the wall. I did visit a couple of times. I hope that's not offensive. And
No, not at all.
he gets to it. He draws Sophia's blood first. Gets it in the test tube, then takes the sample of yours, and then draws out I don't know, 6 pints in your dead or something. I don't know, no, a pint or whatever. And then gets to it for himself. I have actually never given blood because I'm not allowed to over here because Austria's weird. Yep. How long does it take to?
Oh, they don't let Briz, or they didn't used to let Briz because of Mad Cow, right?
Yes,
yeah.
because they don't let
hell.
us. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never done it when I was a
wasn't
kid.
allowed.
So.
I wasn't allowed since because I lived there for that year. Yeah, that sucks.
Exactly, yeah.
It depends on your blood pressure. It usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes tops.
Okay, so I think you've all got fairly high blood pressure and we've probably done in about 30 seconds. No. So we say in total maybe half an hour, whatever. You get the blood and you head back. It's probably 3 o'clock or something by the time you make it out towards the house. It's a 45-minute drive through winding roads, trees. It's already getting dark. For you in a car that none of you have seen before. Mendel isn't with you. You did see him when you picked up the suit, but didn't really pay much attention to you. He was sitting by your friend.
While we're hand waving, and I've probably spoken to Monica as well whilst I was there.
Of course, yeah.
Giving her instructions and talked to see what we were doing.
Yeah, definitely. So, are you prepared for the ritual? And have you told them what they need to do, Elisabeth?
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a fair bit. And like Mike and I would have gone through it when we were reading through the books about dreams the previous night and what various things meant, and the translation that I'd done of the chanting. We looked at what some of the words meant that we didn't know. I might have found out a little bit more about one of them in a dream, but who can trust what you find out about in dreams, really?
Good point.
Especially our dreams right now.
So,
I would... no, it doesn't matter right now.
no, what?
I was thinking I'd probably pop to a doctor to have a regular injection that I hadn't mentioned before that we should have been doing as part of other things. But yeah, that would have been weird because the doctor wouldn't be able to see all the skin blisters and so on. So that'd be a fun time.
It would indeed.
Yeah, you don't put the needle there. There's a boy you can't see. Never mind.
Yeah, they can't see it.
Just move over.
Just moving around the market, feeling like you look really weird and nobody noticing, or maybe probably nobody noticing. There might be some people like Dr. Richter out there.
You start.
I wonder why isn't old market vendor that's just seen too much shit in their time.
Or a small
Screaming
child.
at
See, now
staring
you're making me feel bad for not role playing this out, you bastards.
We just keep thinking of ideas. Sorry.
I know it's meant to be my job, and I just didn't do it. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's collaborative. You're fine.
So how do you start this, Elisabeth? You get everyone ready. You have the bowls, the things ready.
So the outer circle is sand on the outer edge, soot on the inner edge, and we're reciting the first invocation and the names of the people responsible. And we have to do that 3 times, and visualizing the temple, which is in this case the house, as an abyss that the magic users will fall into.
Carry on.
I'm not reciting it just now in real time.
No, you don't need to recite it, but
Thanks.
you can explain what you're doing as you go around the house through this forest. What is it you all do?
So Harry he's focused on helping with the ritual, but he's also his primary is he's got his weapon out, and he's also keeping an eye to make sure that if someone comes out from the house, he puts them down with his silenced pistol before they can interrupt the ritual.
For this first part, you're not really close enough for that to happen, at least. So at the wall, no one's going to see you because no one's looking over it. And you go well out of the way of the incoming guests. Once you've... so the point where you go past the guards in the gatehouse, what you do notice, Harry, is the cars that are beginning to arrive. These are extremely expensive cars. Mostly you don't see through the windows, but some have the vanity plates indicating names of politicians, of people in the media. Not all of them have something like this, but you can guess certain guess from it. You also see at this point that a couple have already arrived, and their cars are now outside of the house, so outside of the wall, with a bodyguard standing, smoking, talking.
That may be our way in. Just approach, take out the bodyguard, take the vehicle, and drive through as a new guest.
The guards from the mansion are there as well. So you're doing that, you're being full view of everyone else. You were also told by Alexia, these people are all well known here. No one's getting in that isn't known. So if you want to do that, you're going to need to have probably the actual guest with you. Please continue.
Harry, I have a question.
Yes.
When
Sophie.
you were scouting out the property earlier and you mentioned the alarms were sensitive, did you make a notice of how long it took them to respond to the alarms? And how long they stayed wherever the alarm went off? Because we could use that as a way in to get in if we know about how much time we have between them going to it or in staying at the spot where it was triggered.
What was the delay, Mark?
Anything from 3 to 8 minutes, depending where. You've been paying attention as you went round, and it's different tonight. You've not heard. I mean, it could just be that the other sounds of the chanting, whatever, got over it. But you've not heard the sound of the dogs anywhere near. You've not heard anyone really getting anywhere close to the wall while you've been going.
I don't know. It's different than what I picked up last night. I mean, I don't hear any of the dogs in the yard at all. They're not moving around. Last night, the guards were moving on about a 1 hour circuit, but they're not. I don't see or any indication that they're doing any kind of a circuit at all tonight. They might have pulled in closer to the house. We may actually be able to get over the wall without too much problem.
So what do you want to do?
I think if we make to a darker corner, maybe back around where the shrubbery is towards the corner of the house, we go over, we could probably start our circuit of the ritual, make our way back around the rear of the house to maybe half to 2/3 of the house before we make our way towards the front with the vehicles and the guards up there. Then we're just going to have to see how we can distract them so we can finish off before we have to move into the house in the final circuit.
Everyone in agreement?
I've got nothing better.
Same. I'm down
Sure.
with.
So how do you plan to get over the wall?
What's on top of it? Glass.
So it's like embedded broken glass, and there is the small, so one string of barbed wire which is actually alarmed. Well, it's not alarmed. Then an alarm goes off. You touch it, it doesn't give a fuck.
I think we said that the glass was easily enough navigated if we put a blanket on top of it. I'm not sure if we've got a plan for the wire yet.
Well, if we're gonna try to do it without setting off the alarm, we're gonna have to set up a circuit bypass so that it doesn't look like they clipped the barbed wire and pushed it out of the way.
I think that's something Harry would probably know how to do. What I'll take there. I think observe a situation is probably the role would need for this.
All right, I think that's fair. Absorb a situation that's +2. I got it. And a 10, that's 18 plus 2 is a 20.
Nice. As you're making your way around, you come to a part that you can tell it's one of those like junctions, so it's got the repeater for going on, and it's very easy for you to intersect it there. So you do that fairly quickly. The wall is high. Getting over it's not exactly. It's not just jump up, put your hands on. Like one of you is probably going to need to help the others once you're up. But you do get over relatively quickly. In the grounds, it is dark. You see the house in the distance. You see over to the south, you see the lights of the cars outside of the walls, but nothing nearby. Now that you're inside the walls, though, you do hear the dogs just slightly, but it sounds like they're all together and not out. I gave you a little map of the grounds outside as well, so you can see the guardhouse, where I think that's where the kennels are. And we'll say that you came in when I see it. We will say that you came in. Sorry. Give me 1 wee second. I think I might. No, they're not at the guardhouse. The bottom left is where the dog pens are, and you came in not far from that, which is why you're now hearing them. So number 19 on that map, not far from the pool.
Is there a sign of activity from the pool, or is it all just quiet?
All quiet. No sign of it. There's lights on in the house, but otherwise there's no sign of activity at all.
Listen, this ritual stuff is, I'm no expert on it. I mean, do we just need to make a circuit around the outside of the house for the second?
Yeah, we have to do it a couple of times, though.
Okay.
No, you need one more around the house, and then you need one immediately around the subject.
3 of them, right?
The magicians. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I can move point in front of everyone so that if a guard comes up, I might be able to take him out quietly. If the 3 of you can, or Mike, I don't know if you want to take up rear guard, and maybe Elisabeth, Sonia, you can handle the ritual side of it. We make our way around the house.
Sounds about right.
Okay. Something I feel I should warn you about before we get too much further into this. We're going to be calling on something, and I don't know exactly what, but the last word we chant is literally incarnate, and something is likely going to arrive. It might offer you things, it might request additional payment. All the ins and outs stuff of this stuff should be in the ritual, though, and if it asks for anything else, if it offers anything else, probably best not to.
Right.
In fact, I would suggest not looking at it, if at all possible, and I'd urge you to disregard any advice it gives you.
Suits me just fine.
There might not be a chance to see this later, that's why I'm saying it now.
So Harry, what's it like? You're being careful going through these grounds.
He's staying low. He's making sure he's keeping his eyes away. He makes a source of light, but his head's on a swivel. He's scanning. He's got his, tight to his body. It's an extension of his arm. He's just looking for movement more than anything else. He's about 15 feet of everybody else. And just taking a quiet line up past the shrubberies, on the outside of the shrubberies, making past the pool up towards the corner of the house. Listening for their movement in the back, listening to quiet chanting, so that he doesn't get too far ahead of them as we move forward.
Sounds good. You don't see any of the guards, not like you did when you were watching. Probably strikes you as strange. You see movement in one of the windows of the house. Stop, keeping out of sight. Looks like someone checks out, left, right, goes back to walking. By the time you finish this circle, you are approaching midnight. You can hear every so often laughter coming from outside the wall, where the bodyguards and the guards are talking. They seem very relaxed. No one paying attention. The house is there for you to enter.
Well, that went smoother than I thought it was, but it's getting late. Where do we want to make entry? As Harry made the circuit around and he was keeping his eyes on the windows of the house, did he notice a location where? Did he see any of the subjects that we're looking for, or did he notice a location where people were congregating more than others?
You didn't really see anyone congregate. You saw people walking past the windows, and from what you could tell, they looked like guards. Definitely didn't see any of the Russians pagodin, or I've forgotten all their names.
Kramer,
and Bob the Russian.
Mahler.
Thank you. Anton Mahler. See? I knew I remembered. Sounds exactly like Bob. Yep.
When we're looking at the schematic of the house up there at 6,
Mm-hmm.
that's got 2 exterior windows, right, that are behind that shrubbery.
Yes.
Listen, as we were making our circuits, that looks like there's a bedroom up there in the corner. There's shrubbery that's kind of got in front of the windows. We could try to bust it out there quietly, make our house there. It seemed like an ice bedroom. We could clear the house room until we find them. It's probably going to get loud at some point based on the number of guards that we find in there. Only people we need to keep alive are those 3. Anybody else we come across, if we need to, we can put them down. The 3 we're looking for, I mean, they've got to be alive, but they don't have to be mobile, so shoot low if you need to, kneecaps and ankles. Put them on the ground. We'll put them together when we need to get to them, but there are guards in there, so we're going to need to be aggressive when we come across them. That's my best plan for going in. We definitely don't want to go into one of the main hallways first. We'll just be in a shooting gallery. Thoughts, Mike?
Sounds good.
So what I want here is from Harry and observe a situation, and from everyone else, give me an act under pressure, please.
Harry got a 10 on his observe a situation.
I got a 9.
Okay.
18 from me.
2. Superb. I'm taking the hold for them. Not that you can move. For the observer situation, what you notice is, in the time it took you to go around the house, you think you only saw 2 different people in the windows. And they seem to be fairly steadily working their way around the rooms. One maybe 10 minutes behind the other. You saw them go around a couple of circuits while you were going. One of them seems quite thorough, takes time to check the windows. The other one seems to go fairly quickly. So you notice the time between them got a little bit shorter as you were going around.
We've only, as far as I can tell, we've only got 2 confirmed guards that are roving. One who seems to be a professional, the other an amateur. If we come across them, we need to take them out as quietly as possible. I prefer not to get pinned down somewhere in the house by going loud too early. Is everybody armed? Has everybody got knives and guns?
I got a pocket knife.
Right, okay. Elisabeth, how about you?
I didn't bring anything.
Okay.
I was focusing more on the ritual side of things.
Okay, I like that. I like Mike. How about you?
Sure. No, absolutely.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is, Elisabeth, Sonia, stay behind Mike and I. Mike, I'll take point, and we'll try to keep this thing as quiet as possible.
I mean, you did have time to prepare, so what I'd say, Harry, is you probably got Mike another silenced weapon.
Okay, good.
Because I don't think you would have waited till now to ask about it. Just the past couple of sessions weren't really able to, so I think you'd probably arrange that. I don't think Elizabeth would have a weapon with her. I'm not sure you would trust Sophia with a gun at the moment. You never know what's going to happen there. And yeah, you know that Mike is competent, at least. So, and you still probably wouldn't want to make much noise, given that although there might not be many in there, a gunshot, a loud crack of a gunshot is going to be heard at the front gates.
I see that Elizabeth and Sophia are a bit nervous, and so I put a hand on each of their shoulders and say, "We've got this. You've been doing great with the circle. The rest, I've got your back."
Have we finished the second circle, which is the mixing of the blood? Just checking.
Yeah.
So at least we don't have the blood now, so that's good.
You make your way carefully, the bushes, the two windows, the lights are on. You just saw the one that's a little bit more careful leave, which means you probably got about 4 minutes.
Let's let the second one go by. He's been speeding up, so I'm not 100% sure how long it's going to take. We'll let him go by, then we'll enter. Maybe catch him from behind in the next as he goes into the next area.
You wait. There's minutes crawling by. You hear animals. You hear sound of an owl. You hear the heavy footsteps of the man entering the room. Moves about a little bit. You're not able to see at the moment. You're too close. But after maybe 40, 50 seconds, you hear the footsteps recede.
Harry will take a look at the window to try to make sure, see if it's alarmed in any way.
No alarm.
Can it be opened, or are we just gonna have to break the glass?
You'll be able to open it. It's an old kind of mansion. It takes security seriously, but for this, I think he's more concerned with the men and the dogs, and not so much the window. So you're able to get it open without a problem.
So I open the window and he rolls into the room, comes to a 3-point stance, crouched up with the weapon, and moves towards the door.
The rest of you make your way in. Sorry, I'm just looking for the map again. Harry, you hear the door, the next room close. The door closes. So it would be one of the number 4s. You're not sure which it would be at the moment.
So Harry will crack the door into that hallway and glance down the hallway to see if he sees anyone moving in that hall.
At the very end, so where you see the stairs there.
Mm-hmm.
You see the one you assume to be more professional walking towards the stairs.
Okay.
Everyone else?
Elizabeth's just keeping low and trying to stay out of the way of the people who actually know what they're doing here. She's going to have a look around as we go, but it's keeping a lookout rather than and making sure I'm staying with them.
Same. I don't until I need to attack something. I'm just following along.
I'm ready with my weapon out, waiting for a signal from Harry.
Harry will move up to basically where he's between the two doors to the rooms, into rooms 4, where he's standing in the middle, and he's waiting till the doorknob moves on one of those doors so he knows which room he's in.
It does. The one on your right starts to move.
So he just comes up and he's basically puts himself against the door, so as the door opens in, he just follows the door in with his weapon out and just puts two silenced rounds into the man's head, and then follows him to the ground and pushes him back into the room.
Blood sprays out onto the small bed that's there, the desk. The man falls. Looks young, probably early 20s.
Does a quick pat down for any kind of communication device, if he's got any kind of a walkie-talkie or any kind of other. Takes his weapon.
You can see that there's a space for one. There's on his belt. There's not one meant to be hanging, but he doesn't have it on him.
Okay. What kind of weapon does he have?
Just a standard issue. Don't know, 6R. No idea. What German police would have?
Takes the magazines out of his weapon, any spare magazines he has, just so nobody can come back and pick him, pull him. Wraps the corpse in the bed sheet, and then puts it kind of back against the bed so nobody can walk in and just see it in there, so that it's between the bed and the dresser, and then walks back out of the room.
As you go back into the bedroom where Mike's so keeping guard, you notice that Sophia and Elisabeth both have their hands on furniture, steadying themselves.
Hey, it's going to be okay. We knew this was going to be ugly. We knew this was going to be tough. But if we're going to save our lives and figure out what's going on, we're going to have to make some very hard choices here. So just breathe through it. Let Mike and I handle the heavy lifting. You take care of the voodoo, and we'll get through tonight, okay? Mike, I saw the other guard. He was headed towards the stairs.
Right. Any convenient place, do you think, to take him out?
Can't really tell where he's going to come in from. I think we should check this floor quickly to see if there's anybody else down here. Based on the time his circuits were taking, we probably have a few minutes before he pops back down.
Is there blood obvious in the hallway? Is there anything we can do to conceal it? Otherwise, I would suggest we try and catch that first guard before he can see that and raise an alarm.
Shouldn't be, because I followed the guy back into the room and shot down and into his head, so should only be spraying into 4.
And there was no window there either, so nothing to be seen from outside.
Right on.
So if we hug the walls and head around, do a quick check into 5, 3, and 2, just to crack the door and see if there's anybody in those rooms.
No one. You come across a bathroom. Looks like a small office, lined with bookshelves. Smells of so is this the deep kind of wooden smell. No computer, but like a Rolodex. There's a typewriter in the corner, but nothing else.
What's the lighting level in here?
When the lights are turned on, which the guards seem to have been turning on and off, it's fairly high. In the hall at the moment, the lights are on, so it's the high visibility, but in the rooms themselves, unless you turn on the lights, they're fairly dark.
And what's the visibility leading down that main hall towards like 12, where that conference room is?
That is 12. So yeah, from there the lighting is very it's all bright there. Out in the hall to the conference table, it is high. Did you get hold of the blueprints for the house, or is this just you don't know what inside's like?
I don't know. Did we get it? Did we have the blueprints?
I don't think so.
I think you're just looking down the hallway, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you know where to go.
No, I don't think we have it. So I was
Okay.
just looking. I'm looking down the hallway, and I'm just assessing based on the lighting level. So
You would you would be able to tell that he was probably in number 10 by now.
okay. So as looking down that main hall, down towards the room at the end there with the conference table, do I see any movement? Do we hear anything from down in that area?
Nothing at all.
Let's keep close to the wall. Just make sure there's nothing going on down here. If necessary, we can set up and wait for that guard to come back down the stairs.
Got it.
It's not obviously it was just the stairs on the map. It's only a single floor, just this
Okay.
floor and the what do you call it? But so those stairs were leading outside, so like down into the ground.
Okay,
Sorry.
outside. So he's going out.
Yeah.
He's going out. Okay. So then I guess we would head down that lit corridor and then turn the corner. So we're continue to hug the wall around that office. And then is that an open space into that living room area, or is that a wall?
That's an open space.
Okay. So as we make that corner, we look across, staying low into that living room. Is that space lit up as well? Is that?
It's low light. So low light. There's a couple of lamps that are lit. There is a television there that's off. You can see out the windows, but otherwise, nothing at the moment.
And there's no one in there, obviously, as well.
Wait,
Okay.
Mike, you're at the back, aren't you?
Yes.
As Harry's in checking out that room, you hear from where number 10 is. You hear laughter, as if someone's talking to someone else.
Do I recognize
No.
any voices?
Not at all.
I hiss to Harry, over there. Behind us.
Okay. All right, let's do this by the numbers, quick and quiet. Harry will head over. I'm assuming that's like just a short staircase up to an elevated floor to 10.
No, that's just it's right on the hall. So when you're looking at 10, the across from 11, that's where the door is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The stairs you see are inside the kitchen, heading down.
Okay. So he'll come up to the door there, and is it locked? He'll check the knob, see if it's locked into 10.
It's open.
Cracks the door and immediately moves in and to the right, so Mike can come in immediately to the left. Scans the room for what he sees.
I move past Elisabeth and Sophia and sort of tell them to stay close to the wall and get in there with Harry.
And inside, Harry, you see the guard standing talking to a man in a completely white uniform, dark-skinned, standing with a cooking spoon in his hand, laughing.
Okay. So the guard and the cook then? Does the guard react when we move in? Does he take any action?
Not immediately.
Okay.
The cook notices you first.
So, and the guard's armed with like
Same.
a Pete 226 or something.
Yeah.
So, Harry shoots the guard in the back of the head.
Got one of violence for this, please.
I like it. So for me, when I use firearms instead of violence, I roll coolness. My coolness is +3. We got an 8 and a 9.
Nice.
20 again.
The shot hits his head, and as the cook is beginning to shout, he gets.
Yeah, I'd like to use coolness and shoot the cook.
For that, the cook gets a mouthful of brain and bone, and then gets shot himself. Please roll.
That's an 11. That's 2 edges. Which is a avoid an attack, manage to snatch something, maneuver into a better position, and put someone in a better position. So I guess none of them really apply that well. I guess I'm putting the cook in a bad position and myself in a better one.
Is it basically you're just shooting them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shot rings out. It doesn't hit the head like the Harry's did. You get him in the chest, but he's already falling. The whatever pan he was working on spills onto him. You don't even hear him scream, although you see that it's bubbling hot. It starts to spread out over the floor.
Oh well. Bad choice of employer. Sorry, mate.
Exactly. Again, Harry strips the ammunition from the guard and goes, "Well, there's not a lot of places left for these guys."
I duck back out and fetch the women in.
The women
Sorry,
folk.
exactly in there.
Don't.
Is there any? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, don't look.
Don't look over there.
Ignore
Is
the
there anything
bodies.
in this space that could conceivably be used as a weapon? Like
Oh,
knife,
there's very, very expensive kitchen knives that
candlestick, anything like that.
definitely knives in the kitchen.
Right.
Candlesticks, not as many enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab something because I think being unarmed and just suddenly feeling like a very bad idea.
It might very well be. You notice as you look around, Harry, the stairs leading down.
Sophia, do you want a knife as well? Come on, let's play.
Come on, grab a knife.
She just pulls out her pocket knife. I'm good.
Come on, take a big one.
Okay.
It's not the size. She already stabbed it into a guy's eye and took his brain out. It's fine.
All right, shall we make our way down? So Harry ejects his magazine, reloads, so he's got a full magazine, even though he's only fired a couple of shots, and then slowly starts to make his way down the stairs.
Come down into this small, kind of L-shaped hallway. There's a door right at the foot of the stairs, and another one bending past it. There's no one in this hallway.
Which door do you think?
I think we at least need to check both because you don't want to be surprised from people behind us.
That's a good
If
point.
there's any way to guess.
All right. So, and Bill, like, just slowly opens the first door just a crack so he can put his eye to it.
The door for the room number 2, food. It's a pantry.
Slowly closes it, moves on down to the second door.
Second door is thick. You can hear no sound coming from the other side.
This may be the show. This door's been reinforced, so let's get our game faces on here, people.
Ready when you are.
So Harry takes a look, because now that we might be in a potentially risky situation, he does a double check on the door to make sure this one hasn't been alarmed or anything like that.
Nothing at all.
Okay. And he goes to slowly crack it open as well.
Wait, Elisabeth,
Yes.
can you check if there's supernatural wards? I don't know if that sounds stupid, but
Mark, I have enhanced awareness.
You can give me a roll.
I have to press a button for that. 10. On a success, you have visions about the place and may be able to speak to entities tied to it.
You don't feel anything at the door. You do feel that something is very wrong here. There's some sort of, I hesitate to say energy, but there's something that seems to run through the whole place.
Mike, you'll probably see that on Elizabeth's face before she even says anything to try to explain what she's feeling right now.
This is it then. Here.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, this is all right. Shit. All right. Let's just do it. Let's just do this. Now, for the first time, you see Harry is getting a little nervous because he was in his element upstairs. This is not his element anymore. He's like, all right, let's go. And he cracks the door open.
Swings open silently. The room's long. It's not quite dark. There's a fireplace lit at the other end of the hall. You see in the center of the room what looks like a pyramid made of skulls.
Motherfuckers.
There are a couple of short, so low walls placed around there. It's carpet right at the door where you're entering, but then the red stone floor, and you can see and you can feel, Elizabeth, this sense of wrongness emanating from it. There's things carved into the stone. There's 10 more skulls arranged around in front of the doorway. They're highly polished, painted, things like pentagrams on them. You can smell, it's probably incense. It seems to permeate. It's very thick and heavy. There's no one in here.
Harry stops. He does not even enter. He looks back. He's like, Elizabeth and Sophia, I mean, is it okay to go in here?
There's no immediate reason not to. Apart from, where is everyone? There were loads of cars coming in here.
Oh, shit. Hell if I know. All right. So okay. All right. I'm moving in. Harry will start to move his way in to the room.
So it's very sparsely furnished, but the furniture that is there is obviously very expensive. Other than the pyramid of skulls and the other skulls that left about, there are what look like arcane weapons, bows. You're pretty sure there's some bits of bone that are carved into candlesticks. Things that if you were to touch them, you would be able to feel, you would know that it was bone. There's a door to the left, which is another large reinforced door. And door to your right, which you can smell motor oil.
Smell motor oil. Harry goes over to that door first and opens it.
Door opens up. Lights are off, but just from the light shining in, you can see sort of the paint of the cars reflecting.
How many cars?
There's 3 cars in there.
He'll quickly search to see if there are keys in the ignition or keys above the.
There's keys hanging up.
Okay. He takes the keys for the car that looks like it'll be easiest to get out of the garage.
There, so you've got a sports car, a limousine, and what looks like a kind of SUV.
Takes the keys for the SUV, then pulls his knife out and knifes the tires on the sports car and the limousine.
Goes over the hiss, the air, moving out towards you. What are the three of you doing while Harry checks out the garage?
I will check the other door.
Okay, if you want to go in, I'll stand by the door and make sure we're not surprised from behind.
So you go to the door where number 8 is.
Yes.
It's another heavy door. You see more signs and sigils painted on it. Some of them painting, some of the signs look fresh. To the right, there's a small table. And on the table, there's a bowl. And I would like you to roll Keep It Together for me as you see in that bowl the tips of 5 tongues.
18.
What do you feel? How do you react to that?
You've written worse.
I think at this point she has seen everything that is a normal human at this point should not see. So I think at this point it's kind of like, well, this is normal at this point.
Take it in stride.
Yeah, it just takes it in stride. She's like, well.
A little bit fluid at the bottom. The door handle is warm as you touch it. Are you going to open it?
Yes, she is going to open it.
Elizabeth, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the carvings, see what they're depicting.
Some of them seem almost prehistoric, as if they're telling a story, but it's just not a story that you would want to be part of. Others are more common esoteric symbols. Some look like they might be names in some language you don't know.
That's surprising.
I'm full of surprises.
I'm nervously looking back and forth between Sophia making to open the door and Harry not back from the garage yet. I'm like, fucking well, don't split the party.
The air in the tires of the limousine starts to hiss out, and Sophia pushes the door open. It's fairly dimly lit. First thing, for some reason, that hits you is the altar in the middle. Stone, a couple of cups, so chalices on it, candlestick. Then you see the people. Maybe 10, 15. You're not quite sure. All men. Mostly naked. Covered in blood. When I say the 10 to 15 people, that's not including the victims. You see them there. Behind the altar, there's one. Her arms up above her head, splayed. 2 men are taking chunks out of her stomach, putting them in each other's mouths and laughing. To the right, a teenage boy is being, you can imagine, from 3 others. Faces you recognise from the news, from TV. Right in front of the floor. Right in front of you, sorry, on the floor. It's another body. So a young woman, her breasts have been cut off. The skin on her face has been flayed. And a man is standing urinating on her. He's laughing. Do the first things that hit your face as you see him.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my marked disadvantage because she's immediately has the intention to hurt these people. So we're gonna go ahead and roll that because she's
Sounds
probably not gonna say anything and just go. I got a 6.
What happens on a 6?
So if Mike is still like watching her, he kind of sees like a shift in like how her posture changes. And so she's a completely different person, and so like her posture changes, she's like standing up straighter, and she immediately just like runs head on into this room. And the first person she sees gets the knife.
This man laughing as he pisses on this woman who is still alive, maybe unfortunately. He's laughing as you hit into him. No hell breaks loose. Harry, you hear the door open. Or not you hear it because it's quiet, but you feel it, you know something's changed. Maybe a shift in the atmosphere. You all hear the sounds of people doing unspeakable things. And do you make a sound, Sophia, as you run in?
You know when like psychopaths kind of just like break slightly and there's like this weird unhinged laugh that comes from them? That's what happens. The scary, unhuman laugh that you've heard from like serial killers and all that like erupts from her as she's just like...
What do you do to this man standing in front of you? Harry, you're noticed now, you can react. Mike, Elizabeth, you're about to see what's in the room. What happens, Sophia?
I imagine that she like goes all in and is like stabbing him and then kind of slits his throat. And if she were to make eye contact with anyone, her pupils are just like black and she has like the creepiest unhinged smile on her face. And I'm trying to think of the most unhinged nursery rhyme she can be humming, and she's just like...
That's so creepy.
And goes her merry way and like goes after anyone else.
If you don't mind me adding something, Sophia feels her hand being held by Caspian. She doesn't feel the marker anymore, she feels her fingers interlinked. And I don't know how you would feel about that, but you can feel his bloodlust and rage and joy and...
It's like Harley Quinn, but like 10 times worse version of Harley Quinn. She is psychotic. If that helps you imagine what is happening.
I can indeed. The man that you attack first is the head of Deutsche Bank. And the look of surprise on his face, it's just there for a second before you're on him. Elizabeth, Mike, what are you doing?
I utter some choice swear words as I make to follow Sophia and hope to be able to drag her out of the room, but of course I'm too late, so I'm afraid I will witness it.
You do, and you
I think
see...
this might be a keep it together as this mild-mannered, meek woman suddenly unleashes full-on potential I didn't know she had.
Yeah, because you didn't see it last time you were in the other room, going mad yourself. No. That's right. So you can give us that roll then, please.
I don't know where that came from, but that apparently is a 15. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, she's had it all the time. Yeah, that's her.
maybe it's understandable after the last few days, everything that's been going on. And then also, your eyes catch sight of the woman splayed at the back, the boy being molested, the woman on the floor, the others being cut into, being ripped apart, being chewed on. And these are faces, Mike, you notice a couple of very high-ranking police officers.
Fuck.
And they're doing this, and cheers, Rob. And maybe you see a little bit of red too. The room itself is fairly dark. It's black wall hangings there. As I said, you have the altar there that's fairly sparse. Behind the altar, as the woman above her, there's a cabinet which seems to be opened already. You see tools littering the floor. You see cups of blood. You see someone that looks like he's trying to climb inside of another young man. His foot already inside the stomach. As the boy cries on the floor. What do you do, Mike?
I don't rush in. I think that was very unfortunate of Sophia, but this room is stuffed full of people. I can't be in there if we start shooting. So I just try and cover Sophia if somebody were to like get a knife out on her or something. But I stay in the doorway.
At the moment, no one's really reacted. So you're in the doorway, you're blocking Elisabeth's view. Harry, you're just coming out of the garage. Elisabeth, what do you do? You see past Mike, and you notice there is copper and silver wire inlaid throughout the wall in the room as well. You notice the woman that's splayed actually has more of it. It looks like it's been injected or sewn into her arms and body.
Sorry, am I noticing this or is Mike?
No, Elisabeth's noting
You
this.
see past me. You see over my shoulder.
Mike's too busy, but so you don't see Sophia properly. But again, as you said, you were there for that, so you wouldn't be as shocked.
I'm envisaging that she's just been looking at these carvings on the skulls and things. Suddenly looks up at the sound of Sophia running into the room. Mike kind of goes in after her. Harry appears at the other door. Sophia just kind of shrugs, like, no idea what's going on here, but is getting to her feet to go and see what's happening at the door. On the way there is spotting that there's cabling or copper wire through the wall, and is going to look at that more closely when I get closer to the door to see what's going on and try and figure out what significance that has. But apart from that, I'm not really acting, apart from to say to Harry, no flipping idea what's going on over there, but getting up to go and have a look.
The screams start as people notice you're not sure whether it's the screams from the victims or screams from these men that have been caught in the act.
Harry sighs as he walks out of the garage, holsters his cig, pops the latch on his combat sling and drops the Spot 12 combat shotgun into his hands and starts walking over towards where he sees Mike in this other doorway. Assuming that things have gotten
time,
bad.
all right.
Mike, you see one of the men. Who do you recognise? Again, it's one of the higher up police. I always say chief police because that's not what it would be. But definitely part of the cripple.
So West German police?
Yeah. So from Berlin, there wasn't really anyone from the East German police that got high enough in Berlin after the wall fell. You know, they didn't get to the highest levels.
They were all corrupted to the bone on that side.
He seems to have got his shit together. He's fairly well built. So grey-haired. He removes himself from the body in front of him and lunges towards Sophia.
I'd like to shoot him too.
I'd like you to roll Act under pressure for me, please.
Could I still apply ice cold, or is this too safe?
Oh, yeah, I think ice cold would be fine for this, yeah. And especially given that you got the keep it together there with the 15.
Right on. This time it's 12, so same 2 edges. Or I guess, can I avoid an attack sort of on Sophia's behalf, like get
Yes.
her into a better position and put him in a bad position?
Absolutely. Sophia, how's this guy looking, the one that you attacked? If you don't want to describe it, I can describe it. It's up to you.
No, you're good. Sorry, I'm just like in my head. I'm just playing this out. It's fine.
The joys.
I think she does it as like a game. So like creepily, she like cuts him and then like just counts, and she's laughing, and she's like cutting, and then when she knows he's dead, she just goes back to singing Ring Around the Rosie in like the slowest, creepiest tone that a human could possibly.
You feel your hand being swung by Caspian as if you're skipping together. And without even noticing, you fall on someone else and start hacking into them. Elisabeth and Harry. What's the plan?
I'm gonna let Harry go first.
Harry looks in and goes, Mike, you see Kramer or Mueller or that other guy in there?
I don't think we've spotted them yet, no.
Alright, shit, I think Harry would have to roll Keep It Together, because this is way outside of his comfort. I mean, he comes up, he starts talking to Mike, and then looks and actually sees what's going on, and then actually sees Sophia.
Harry, I need to say as well, this is the things that are going on in there. You have been part of some very horrible things, both as sole participant and as the viewer. This is beyond that.
So willpower +3. I got an 11.
What happens to you here? You tell me. Do you lose stability here? Do you do you become fixated on something? Tell me what it is.
I think I think he does. I think he loses a little bit of stability, and I think he's so horrified by what he sees as such a departure from humanity, and as a reflection of the humanity he's lost himself. I think he just starts opening. I think he just opens fire with his Spaz 12, doing everything in his power not to hit Sophia. But I think he's just racking and firing. I mean, semi-automatic shotgun. He's going crazy. He's just like. And this is triple odd buck. He's turning that room into a slushy of blood and bones.
And you do.
I mean, maybe for that edge in my ice cold, I managed to I don't know, yank Sophia on the back of her cardi or something, making her take a step back towards the door.
Absolutely fine. What I'll say, because it was a 10 to 5, it was an 11, you don't notice the victims as you're shooting. And maybe it's better for them. None of them were in a state that the horror of this would never leave, if they could even survive. Most of them take at least some shot, and within a couple of minutes, the floor is just covered in gore. You shoot until there's no more ammo left for the shotgun. All of you are deaf for a few minutes. You hear mewling from the woman. There's no skin on her face. She obviously didn't get hit. She's now covered in blood and body on top of her. The woman on the wall has been shot through. He hangs limp.
No. This is, no. I'm done. No. I'm done here. And then he takes his pistol out as he turns to walk back out of this room, takes his pistol out, shoots the woman on the ground in the head. She's got to be quiet. I can't do this anymore. We've got to finish this.
Harry, lose 1 stability, please.
Yeah, he's shaking now.
I move into the room full of carnage and make sure that none of them was Philip.
You take a few moments going through. You notice another door. This one with even more intricate designs on it. But Philip is not among the dead here.
I point that next door out to the others. They're not here, but they are. Look at that.
Okay. All right.
Elizabeth, can you check that door too? Do you see?
I
is
feel
it
like
guarded?
in my head, Elizabeth was walking towards the door when Harry unleashed hell, and so probably turned, putting her hand over her ears as the shotguns rang out, so she's only just coming into the room at this point. So just kind of looking to one side, then straight away Mike's kind of, this door, anything happening on this door? Mark, should I do a roll for that again?
I don't think you have to. I think it's fine without.
Okay.
All of the horror you've been feeling, everything, what I didn't want to call energy, it leads here. This is, no matter what went on in this room, the actual horror is beyond this door.
And intellectually, that's what she's looking for as well, because we're looking for the centre of this magician's power.
Exactly.
So I'll indicate that, Mike, it's stronger in here than it is out here.
That's where he's gonna be then.
Okay. Oh.
And she steps back, letting the people with the guns go at the front for this one.
Harry's got his P226, his
And I
SIG.
guess
He's hitting it side of his head. He's like, okay, all right. And then he starts mumbling to himself in Russian, and then he's like, I'm ready.
Elizabeth
Okay,
finding
let's do
herself
this.
doubting Harry for the first time.
Listen, we're fine. This is okay. We can do this. He's like, he turns, he looks back at Sophia. He's like, fuck it, I don't know. Let's just go, Mike. Let's just do this.
they'll be warned now anyway. They'll have heard this.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, we're just... They start shooting back. Remember, shoot low, because they got to be alive for us to finish this off.
We need them.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go in low to the right. You go low to the left. Sophia, please don't run at them with knives. Elizabeth, stay to the side.
Sophia is disassociating, so someone's going to have to pull her along because mentally she's gone. So she's kind of just like, the violence is done, and so it's kind of like a robot that's powered off, and she's kind of just standing there staring out into space.
That's probably for the best. Please take her pocket knife away from her too. Sophia has left the building. Let's go. All right. Whew. Let's go, Mike. Harry pushes the door open.
You push it open, and all of you see the bare concrete at the walls. There's more skulls lining them. Some of them still have flaps of skin and flesh attached to them. The three men, Anton, Sasha, and Philippe, are round. They're working on something. There's like a hole, a pit in front of them, and the three of them naked, covered in blood, seem to be chanting something lowly, so that the low tones completely fixated on the center of this room. time seems to slow for all of you. You're able to take things in more details than maybe you usually would. There's, like I said, there's some of the skulls are polished. There's an altar to the side that's held up on cinder blocks. You notice crude signs and symbols that are everywhere. And you're probably the first to notice, Elizabeth, that they aren't actually symbols. If you look at them just from the right angle, they look like the floor plan of somewhere. You do not get a good feeling looking at these. There's lots of the letters C around the room in various forms, made with the entrails hanging on the wall, made in paint, made blood, carved. There's a wooden box against the wall. Then Elizabeth, you see I'm going to give you magical intuition as an advantage.
Oh, cheers.
Because I wanted someone to have it and I never did give it to you. And what you see is a kind of black aura. It comes from all over here, but these tools, you can almost taste it in your mouth, ashen, dead. And the three men, they don't notice you as you come in. All of you moving slowly into the room.
Harry whispers to Elisabeth, We've got to stop their ritual so we can do ours, right?
Or we do ours so quickly they don't notice.
All right. I guess it's up to you. Sonia is,
Sophia.
Sophia is, I swear to God, she looks just like a Sonia I used to know. Sophia is having a bad day right now, so, can you do this by yourself?
I'm looking through many pages of notes, but yeah, I think I can.
Okay, well, if they start to react, I'll slow them down.
Okay, but remember, anything comes through, just know. Something's going to come.
Yeah, well, we'll do our best just to slow it down or stop it.
And
What does it look like?
she starts the chant out of that word that she just learned the previous night, and that Mike and her had spent that evening researching back at the bookshop. And it didn't feel like a good word then, and it feels like a worse word now, and she walks in 3 circles around them. Chanting words that she knows are something to do with distributing hatred, disaster, and incarnate.
As soon as you start to speak, moving around them, they notice you. And the look on their face, they are terrified. All 3 of them. As you make your circuits around them, they begin to scream. All 3 of them falling to the ground. You see them writhing. Mike, Philip's eyes latch onto yours, pleading. As it finishes, the ground trembles. Just gently at first. All of you are in shock, they're in shock. The low vibration that becomes an earthquake. You can hear in the distance a rumble, machinery. The bare lighting that's hanging above you bursts. The glass scatters all over, you get it in your hair, small cuts on your face. The 4 walls of the room just crumble. crashing to the floor around you. The dust in your eyes is blinding. There's a cold, freezing wind. It rushes around you and blows the dust out of your face. It seems to move all around your bodies as if it's encompassing you. There's a blue light begins to sparkle in the air. It's a large hall around you, pillars going up to the ceiling. The rumbling continues as machinery and it's getting closer. The rubble of the basement walls of this sanctuary's walls around your floor, there's nothing of the mansion round about you. The three Russians are still screaming, spasming on the floor. And each of you see three different directions. Three creatures walking towards you. Elisabeth, something says to you, Nephirite. That's the word for it.
I think that's the word you'll probably know a bit. Like demons that offer... They don't offer bargains or temptation, they offer breaking someone's spirit into pieces.
As the three of them converge on you, on the Russians, the one who looks to be at the front, cat, the one who looks to be the leader of them is a small girl. She's braided black hair. Her jaw has been torn off. She's wearing some kind of ceremonial robe soaked through with blood. The other two, it's an older woman, elderly actually. It's dry blood around her mouth. She's naked, wearing some kind of long chain. Her eyes are empty. She reaches out and grabs the skull of Sasha Begonin. The third is a younger woman. She's how to say, she is wearing a long skirt that seems to rip into her legs, blood flowing down it. Her face as well is from the mouth covered in blood. Her fingers end in talons. You see her naked breasts have got stitches all around them as if they've been cut. Below her breast there's nothing. You see her spine. And blood and viscera dropping from the top half of her body into the bottom part. All three of them look hungry. All three of them, each of them takes one of the Russians. The young girl taking Philip, and he squeals your name, Mike. And as they touch them, as he squeals your name, it's like all three are turned inside out. Blood, viscera rains everywhere. You're all covered in it. Hits your face, hits into your eye, get it in your mouth. It's warm and wet. And from these three bodies, three identical men stand up. These bodies are screaming. The Russians are still alive, but bits of them are everywhere. These men, you're unable to move, and you see this, they're in their 40s. Look, a little bit overweight, black hair. The burning eyes. And they step towards each of you. And so frozen, they smile at you. And the smile fills you with dread. And each of you receives a light touch on your forehead. and it burns and it rushes through your body. Goes from the top, from the finger that touches your foot, right the way down to your toes, to your genitals, and you feel it burning. And you're thrown back onto the floor, helpless. The three men still smiling fade and disappear. All of you feel like you've been defiled in some way. You've been slathered in shit. It's something inside you is wrong. The three Nephirites, each of them, one rush in their hands, draw out rusted hooks, start stabbing them into their bodies. Again, the Russians are still alive at this after, even though so much of them is on the outside. You would think they'd be dead, but they're screaming. And they start to drag them away. When they reach the edge of this massive hallway, the youngest, with the jaw missing, gurgles at you. You have summoned us. We have come. Your pain belongs to us. We shall meet again. And the Russians scream as they're dragged away into their own personal hells. And then the walls are around you again. There's no sign of the Russians, the blood and guts still everywhere, but the bodies aren't there. You all feel dirty, feel used. Those three creatures, their visages burned into your brain. You know you're going to see them again. The three men, you have no fucking clue. You're all going to take something called Chagadia's Marc. And if any of you have, what do you call it? Soul at anything less than 1, put it up to 1, please. And sorry, I was wrong. The Russians' bodies are there, mutilated. They didn't disappear. I'm just talking about us. But they're dead now. Mike, as you look at Philip, that resemblance you saw, he doesn't look anything like you.
I give his remains a kick for good measure.
Your foot sinks into one of the many holes. You feel it scraping against bone. Everything comes rushing into all of you, all the stench of this death, maybe some more sounds of people that survived but are clearly dying in the other room. But otherwise, silence.
Did that really... That had to have been some... We were hallucinating, right, Elizabeth?
Wait a second, and she rolls up her sleeve to look at her arm, whether the pustules and stuff are still there.
They're there, but they're not... You can tell they're no longer active.
Here, check my neck. The big one where the thing was.
The same.
Right, that's good enough. Come on. We need to get out of here before whatever that was comes back.
So, all right, yeah. I've got an SUV for us in the garage.
We should do something with the house. There's a lot of dead people here, and a lot of famous dead people.
No, there's plenty of gas. I'm gonna burn the house down. You guys drive out in the SUV. give me 5 minutes to get things going here, and then we'll just leave.
Harry, can I stay and make sure with you? I'll do
Sure.
whatever you need me to do, but I don't want to leave it untouched.
Oh yeah,
Fire
it's
sounds good. That's gonna clean everything, right?
yeah. Yeah.
The idea of burning this place really appeals to Elisabeth's sense of moral justice, given what happened to the bookshop.
Yeah. Feel free to help me.
I put a hand out for the car keys and gently take Sophia's elbow with the other. Come on, time to get out of here.
All right, come on, Elisabeth. Let's throw down some gasoline and torch the hell out of this place.
I saw some expensive spirits upstairs.
Wonderful. Let's make it a party.
How are you going to get the car past the past all the bodyguards and drivers outside?
Right. That's an interesting question, considering the wait 5 minutes part. That's probably the biggest problem
Tentatively,
here.
they were guarding people from coming in, not from people going out. They should be expecting people coming out.
But yeah, like hanging out in front of them waiting for the others is not cool.
They won't be expecting a car coming out. They'll expect to get a call saying, "Come and pick me up now."
Well, how about this, Mike? Wait till the flames start. Stay in the garage. Wait till the flames start coming up, and then I have a feeling they'll start to pull out and panic, and then we'll just drive out with them. And if they're in our way, we'll just smash through them. It's not like we're keeping this car anyway.
Or we can run out and do something to the fence at the back, so they're over there and not at the front where the exit is.
Or I reload the Spas 12 and we make a few Molotov cocktails and we kill all those motherfuckers too, because at the moment, none of them deserve to be alive either. Well, let's burn the house down first. That's all I really care about at this point, because I really need a shower.
I'm so with you. And like Elisabeth's one was like trembling with the need to do something, because this feeling of being used like that, and the half suspicion that that ritual didn't do what it was supposed to do, it did something else for someone else. So we've gone to all this effort, and yeah, she wants to be doing something by way of like either taking back some power or putting a giant fuck you.
And Elisabeth, if that wasn't all a hallucination, you're going to kind of have to explain to me a little bit about what the fuck those things were, because if they're coming back like they said they were, we got to have a better plan to deal with them than those three asshats did, because they clearly did not plan appropriately.
When I said about not making deals, that's the kind of nonsense that can happen if you try and make deals.
Sounds like we just made a deal though with them.
I'm going to look for a bunch of napkins and start stuffing them into bottles of spirits.
Right, so you're going to attempt to just get out the front, just go through the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think the ramp is the only way out of the garage, and then otherwise that'll be the wall around the perimeter. So
Yeah, I mean, you've got a car outside the wall. I'm just saying.
Is this
That's
drawing
true.
attention to us in any way?
Yes.
Specifically to...
Yes.
Cool.
That's
Awesome.
true.
Awesome.
I guess
I'm
we
trying,
could. I
I'm
guess
trying
we
to
could
be
just,
nice.
I guess we could just burn the house down from the inside and go back out the way we came in, get back to our own car.
We can always turn the gas on and leave some small fires happening, and then the bulk of the explosion will happen after we've left, and it'll look really cool.
But yeah.
The reason I asked that, because if anything draws attention to me,
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta roll owned. So that's why I was like, is this drawing attention to me? So,
all right, all
14
right.
on that
I did
one.
like the thought of that nice big badass SUV, but you've got it. We're sneaking at the back.
Okay. We'll spread the gasoline, we'll spread the spirits, we'll start the fire, we'll go out the way we came. And then the drivers can figure out whatever the hell happened to their masters later. Maybe they'll think they just screwed up and burnt the place down around them.
Maybe.
Well, that means more arson for all of us. Come on, let me get in on the Molotov.
Absolutely. Let's. Like I said, it's a party for everybody.
It's not like we could have made things look more compromising than they did.
No. You all do what you need to do. It's coming up on 5 in the morning. You're all, I take it, you get yourselves clean in some way, or at least clean air. But you don't feel clean. And as you make your way back out over the wall towards your vehicle, you hear the woomph, the explosion, and the house is in flames. And as you drive back to wherever it is you're going in the city, you hear the sirens. And in the sirens, you hear the wailing and screaming. And you know it's not done. And that's where we'll leave it then for this evening. I'm glad we got the ritual out of the way. I've been waiting on that.
Mm.
So how was your evening, or your session anyway, people?
That was terrifying. I loved it.
Yep, I echo the sentiment.
Delightfully gruesome.
I'm having so much fun with this Mark disadvantage thing. I'm like, yeah.
That makes me very, very happy. There will be so much opportunity for it as well.
That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sophia makes me smile every
yes.
time.
It was all going so smoothly, and then Sophia's just like, "No, I'm going to make it every."
No, fuck it, I'm doing this.
Oh, Lord.
Fuck waiting. So let's go through then the questions for did any of the dramatic hooks get hit?
For Yeti and I think. Because we didn't do it on that session, we ended up doing just the two of us.
Yeah. But you're only getting one session's worth of things.
Yeah, fine.
Any hooks? Did anyone reach any hooks?
No. In fact, I've got to probably redo
Oh
all my.
crap! I didn't take any new ones.
No, we said we weren't taking a new one until after the
I
things.
think I can safely say that I've investigated or confronted the people doing the curse.
Yes. I'd say you can.
Mine was to question Philip Kramer, which clearly is not going to happen anymore. So that one's going to have to be changed.
Yeah. Unless you want to go find them in hell. That's
Yeah, maybe in future times.
Lanny, do you have anything?
No, I still have to. I might have to redo mine because mine was like figure out how Caspian is connected to all of this, and then figure out what really happened to her sister, which I have not.
You can still keep them. That's these things aren't done yet. This is just this part of it. There's things much deeper which probably had an effect on your sister rather than just the Russians.
Technically, did I now achieve murdering Philip, or was that
Yes.
sort of the opposite?
No, that would be part of murdering Philip. Yeah.
Nice.
So who needs hooks? Right.
Yeah, I've got everything achieved at this point. I
Right.
need more.
Many more. So, are there any each of you think that you would want, or that would be good for you for the moment?
There's more revenge coming in. This was too bad. One murder does not make this right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know where Harry would go for. I mean, he's still got the one hook of investigate the link between Michelle and the Slavic Association.
Mhm.
But other than that, I don't know what would be a good one with him going forward now that the ritual is done.
Why not tell someone the truth?
Okay, I like that. Tell one of his companions the truth.
Yeah. I like the full truth.
Yeah, the full truth.
And it has to fit narratively.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah.
Lavaita?
I have no idea. Like right now, she just like everything's been leading up to this point. I'm not sure if she feels like she's learned anything new about like the alternate realities or entities at this point. Because
No, I would say that that maybe you want to discover more of the Nephilites.
okay,
The or more of how, because you felt the magic in that room, how they were able to gather that much magic for so long. Whenever you've had anything to do with it, it's been so short and violent, and how were they able to deal with it for so long?
so investigate the gathering of magic, not Magic the Gathering.
Yes. Yeti.
Well, I think I might be mildly obsessed still with what is going on with Sophia there.
I can imagine the obsession kind of grew there. I don't know what your relationship with her is at, but I'd say maybe put that to 2.
I think let me check. I think we might have already upped that after she woke me up and comforted me the other time.
Mhm.
I don't know if that was to 1 or to 2.
It's at 2 right
Is
now.
it 2? Okay, fine.
Yeah, this feels accurate.
Right, but the Sophia's still not been very open about things. She says about Caspian, stuff like that, but I don't think she's been entirely honest. So maybe with your obsession with Sophia, you want to learn the truth about what's going on with her. Or maybe you want to protect her, maybe you want to find out the roots of the whole Caspian thing. And for Sophia, maybe how to get rid of Caspian once and for all. Try and remove that mark. I think you all get a point for discovering new things about the truth. Challenged ourselves, I would say yes, you were challenged by what went on in that room. I didn't even go the full hog. I thought, no, some of the things that came to mind were too fucked up. I thought, better not.
They can find their way in later, I'm sure.
They'll be in the podcast probably. I feel more free in the podcast. Did you learn anything new about your characters other than the fact that Sophia is absolute nut job?
I definitely did, going back to the episode where we had dreams. Because there's stuff about Elisabeth's past that
Yes.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Definitely agree with that. Anyone else? I think maybe the Harry came across something that he couldn't
I
deal.
think Kara came face to face with his own personal disgust at some of his past that broke him there in that moment. I think that definitely happened.
I think that's valid. Mike, I think maybe
I've never killed anyone before, actually. I've had all that training, but I mean, obviously, push never came to shove. And now here I was, and that was easy. That was. Why was that so easy?
Okay, yeah, I like that. Definitely there. Yeah, and I think we already said for Sophia, the whole absolute nut job gets a point as well. Unless you could think of anything else, Lanny.
I think dealing with the mark that she has now, I think she may be coming to terms with just how deep the hold is that Caspian had on her, because I think she thought that once he was gone, everything was going to be fine.
Excellent.
And it's not.
Very, very cool. Yeah, so I think you all got quite a bit of experience there. So probably another development, character development coming up. Once you have, I think, 5 developments, you can then unlock the new advancements. So yeah, that'll be us for the first chapter of the Black Madonna.
That was awesome fun.
In 2 weeks, we'll move on then with the next chapters. We'll do a quick round, say goodbye, plug anything you want to plug, and then we'll fuck off. And we'll go with the reverse order this time. Aaron, how about you?
Hey, thanks. And thanks. That was amazing. I love this game. Kult is so much fun. God, I love horror games. When I'm not here being horrified by Marc, which is so much fun, you can find me on Wednesdays on Garblag Games. At the same time, on the Garblag Games YouTube channel, I am running Warhammer: The Old World, the new Cubicle 7 game. We are currently just had a Slayer's funeral and memorial, and we're getting ready to go on an underground river romp. So check us out on Garblag Games if you're interested in seeing me kill some players on a river romp.
Definitely. Lanny.
If you want to see me play games like Dead by Daylight and be very bad at it, you can catch me on my own channel, Sailor Lani TTV on Twitch. And sometimes they're playing games, being bad at them, you know.
It's the best way to be, really. And Yeti.
Well, thank you for an amazing session. This was all the the time that this was worth all the anticipation that we had to time to build up, I guess. So you've heard me mention this lovely, cute post-apocalyptic hope punk game at some previous time, right? Embers of Humanity, that one. That's out on Kickstarter now. For the next 2 weeks, you can get it in a lovely hardcover book that's got the most amazing full color illustrations, and it's so worth it. You should.
The link is in the chat for it, and we will have it as well in the description of the YouTube video. Yeah, and last but not least, Lavaita.
Next week on the channel, you'll be able to see us playing the second part of Disposable Bags of Meat, which will be fun. And on the Friday after that, I'll be running Vampire. That's coming back.
Yay!
Players have finished traveling, so we'll get, I think, 2 or 3 more sessions. I keep saying it's nearly done, but they were enjoying it, so we let it go for a bit longer. But I think they're about to bring a whole lot of trouble down on their heads, so that's going to be a fun time.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely. October there'll be more World of Darkness stuff coming from us, which will be good as well. Yeah, and for me, we'll be back in 2 weeks for this, and yeah, have fun. If you're celebrating July 4th, enjoy it. Like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me I'm beautiful, because I am. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Good night.